What's up, it's your boy Bob Hollywood here with another exciting review. This time we're going to be reviewing this Hasbro Overwatch Ultimate Series Soldier 76. This is the golden version. This figure I had to hunt down. Got him at Ross for $5 freaking bucks. Love it. Almost bought him online for like 20 something, which probably would have been the most expensive I spent on any one of these Overwatch figures. Sadly, I did not support this line when it was in stores. I got all of them at like not secondhand store, but like discount stores or Five Belows, where I got a bunch of Zaryas and McCree's, and there's like two more that were there. Anyway, and then like Ross, and then what's that other store that's in every Toys R Us now, or every Toys R Us building, like Ollie's. So yeah, this guy, he was at Five Below, Ross, and I hunted him down, got two of them, and this is a few months ago. I'm just finally getting around to reviewing it. And I like regular Soldier 76. Never played Overwatch. I just like the design Soldier 76. He was the first figure that I got in this line. The only figure I do not have is Reinhard, I think. He's the only one I don't have. And a lot of GameStops had those, but for dumb cheap during the summer, but people bought them before I could. And, excuse me, I would like to buy the Figma Widowmaker, I don't know her name, and Reaper. But anyway, there's a picture of him. It's just artwork. It continues on the left side, or his right side, and it just says Soldier 76 Golden. On the left side of the box, it just says he is a damage specialist, so he is your shooter. He's not your healer, he's not your tank, he's your shooter. On the back, you get some stats. His name is unknown, age unknown or not applicable, occupation, vigilante, I cannot talk, vigilante, profession, justiciar, and, oh no, that's the same, this is just one language, I'm dumb. Because occupation is a profession, and then there's an affiliation, formerly Overwatch. He does have a name, I can't think of his name right now, but his name is known. And I believe he's a U.S. soldier. I think that information was proper on the original one. I could be wrong. Anyway, my box is a little bit bloated at the bottom. He weighs 8.2 ounces. Yeah, I didn't get an accurate representation when I had him leaning. Oh yeah, some legalese for you, and a barcode. And at the top, just that Rust sticker and that Overwatch logo. I'm going to bust this guy open. I'll be right back. There he is, free from his plastic prison. He weighs 4.15 ounces, and he comes with 4 accessories, technically. He comes with this gun. I'm going to lower my camera. He comes with this gun, and I like how the art style changes, or the color changes because of the color scheme of him. So it's silver, dark gray, and gold. And it comes with this missile projector, which I guess are energy-based because of the blue. Yeah, I guess you could paint it or whatever, make it blue, make it white, but it goes in there like that. I know these Overwatch fingers tend to be stiff, so yeah, it's going to be a chore to get this in his hand. I'm not going to try. I'm sorry, I'm just not going to do it. He also comes with alternate hands. So he has gripping hands attached to the figure, but then he has these fists, these huge fists. And they're dark gray or a medium gray with gold paint on like the knuckles, the back of the hands, a little bit of paint flaw there. But for the most part, they're not bad. I know the Overwatch figures, some of them have horrible paint on their hands. It just is what it is. Look at him. He is just in all gold and gray and white. I think the original figure is red, blue, and white. It comes with this harness. That's another accessory. And that can come off easily. I feel like my camera's not low enough. I'm going to lower my camera some more. How low can you go? Can you go down low? And he has guns already in the holster. I hate that. It's not a huge deal, but it's like, why? Why did they do that? And it's not like the holster can come off. Or can it? Yeah, it actually can. It can come off. I mean, it looks to be glued on the back, but it's loose there. It's loose at the front. So maybe it can come off. Up to you. How you want to do that? But this guy's painted pretty cleanly. I mean, the yellow for whatever these are on his arms could be a little bit better. It's a little sloppy. Down here, it's a dark yellow. That could be a little bit better, but it is better than up there. But where the golds are, man, the golds look pretty good. He's obviously molded in this dark gray. And they probably could have given him golden pegs instead of the dark gray. But it is what it is. See how hard it is to change his hands. Very easy. That was effortless. I'm sorry if you hear noise. My cat is in the kitchen doing whatever he wants. His fists are huge. I wouldn't want to get punched by this dude. I'd rather get shot. He could probably win the game if he punched the mofo. I mean, there's a dude named Doomfist in the game. You can see the paint on his mask is clear. He has a scar. It's not painted, so it's not as noticeable. It's easier to see on the original version. And there is a little bit of paint there that shouldn't be. Gold paint. But anyway, his hair looks good. Could use a wash. But it's a dark gray. It's not just white. I think the original is just white. So they really added some detail here. Like, everything is different in terms of color. I don't think there's any shared color except for the harness. I think those stay the same. This one's probably even different because it's molded onto the arm. So again, it's molded in that gray, but these are black and the same on the other one, I believe. It would only take me 10 seconds to get up and retrieve the other one, but I'm not that worried about it. Anyway, yeah, he looks good. That 76 looks really clean. His back looks really clean. You can see there's a little extra paint there. And again, this gold here is a little sloppy, but it looks good. He looks good. Again, I don't want to call him my favorite character from the game because I've never played it, but he's my favorite character from the game just based on the design. No, Zarya is my favorite character. What am I saying? But he's my second favorite. And I only like that Zarya because I got that figure in my hand. I was like, this is how all toys should be made. We'll review her in the future, like I said. Anyway, let's go over his articulation. You see where his head starts at. His head is very small. Like, the proportions on these guys are weird. Like, McCree has a small head. Tracer has a small head. It should be able to rotate 360, but it's getting blocked by its collar. But it does go down that far. Goes up that far. His arms has butterfly joints. Let me see if I can get this off easily. Yep, effortlessly. I mean, not effortlessly because I did have to do it, but you know what I mean. You can't do anything effortlessly except for breathe because you don't think about it. It's crazy if you think about breathing. He's got the butterfly joints. They're a little stiff, especially on his right arm, like very stiff on his right arm. But he rotates 360 at the shoulder. Arms, nowhere near 90, just because of this thick piece of plastic on his shoulder. I suppose if you wanted to shape that down, you could get him more rotation. He has bicep swivel. And double jointed elbows. My only gripe with these guys, again, their proportions are weird. Like, he's a smaller than a Marvel Legend, bigger than a Black Series figure, and we'll compare him to G.I. Joe figures. But like Hasbro's 6-inch figures are all over the place. Like, I believe their smallest ones are their Ghostbusters, and obviously their bigger ones being their Marvel Legends, which makes sense because they're superheroes. But even their humans are just huge. Excuse me. His hand rotates 360 at the wrist. He has a horizontal hinge on both hands. Yeah, both hands have a horizontal wrist. And you can see there's some, this guy's paint is, or the plastic is about to break on his fist, which is unfortunate. Waist, as you've seen me playing with this whole time, rotates 360 there on that ball joint at the top, but he also has an ab crunch, which makes a very audible click, which I love. I love the actual clicks, and they painted that whole thing. Hasbro gets really sloppy when it comes to stuff like that, but they painted that. It's white all the way, and it's a solid, it's a degenerate portion. And he does not rotate lower at the waist, but his legs do kick out. He can't, unfortunately, do the splits because of the harness on his hip, but his legs go that far forward, which is not much. Goes that far back. It's going to be even more limitations on that right leg. But he does have rotation at the thigh. He has a thigh cut. Looks on both. Pretty easily gets to do it on the right leg despite that harness. Double jointed knee. And that's my only gripe with my Zarya figure. Her knees are tight. I've opened several because I've got her in like 2 different displays. I got one that we use here. I got a lot of Zaryas, and all her knees are just super tight. No boot cut, but he does have rocker and hinge on his ankles. This one is his right one is a little less agreeable, but he still stands on his own. Still stands on his own. Let's get his size comparison. Let's do that. Well, before that, let's get his just his height. He's about 6 1/4. He's a pretty sizable dude. And I'm going to start with my comparisons with Piccolo and Colonel Quaritch. He's taller than both. Neither of those are Hasbro figures. Duke and Captain America. He's taller than Duke, but his head is just so small. It's just a weird proportion. I don't know why Hasbro went that route. Maybe that's their interpretation of the game art. I don't know. Here he is next to John Jones and Finn. You can see how small this Black Series figure is. About the same height. And then Overwatch was a huge game, but I feel like it got dethroned by this game, Fortnite. He's taller than Jonesy, and he's shorter than Rhino, which makes sense because Rhino is a 7-inch scale figure. Doesn't understand. And for the final comparison, the most relevant, Brie Bella. No, I'm joking. Brie Bella and Zarya. And the reason why it's relevant because they're from the same game, same line. Zarya's way taller than him. She's a big broad. I love this figure. Anyway, guys, that's it for this guy. I enjoy him. This harness is the only thing I don't really like, and I don't like how small his head is. But other than that, I enjoy this figure. Soldier 76 is a cool design. It translates well to plastic. At least Hasbro did a really good job doing it. Like, comment, subscribe, folks. Let all your homies know where to go, which is right here. And love yourself, love your neighbors, love your enemies if you can. And always remember, action figures speak louder than words. Peace.